Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you all for watching. Today I have two sector dials in front of me, the JLC Master Control sector dial and the Vacheron Constantin Fiftysix self-winding. I own both watches and I thought it is cool to make a short comparison video between the two. When the Vacheron was launched back in 2020, 2019, maybe there was quite some controversy saying it is basically the same as the JLC Master Control, it's not worth the premium. And there were some people doubting, hey, is the JLC still worth it, or should I buy the Vacheron or not? So I decided to make this video because I didn't find any benchmarks available. So I own both watches, and I think that there is a place in the collection for both watches. I don't think they overlap each other too much. Of course, you have some similarities. I'm not going to go through the entire spec sheet because you already know the specifications if you clicked on this video. What is good to know that the price difference at the moment, JLC is trading for around between 7 and 8,000 euros. The list price was around 5,500, so it's trading above list. And the Vacheron is also creeping up. It's trading slightly above list. It's trading around 13,000 at the moment. So you have a price difference of roughly 5,000 euros. I love both watches. As I said, the JLC has really a cool appearance, and I love the size. 39 millimeters is just a sweet spot for an office watch. I call it an office watch, dress watch, or business casual watch, whatever you want to call it. This is the perfect size. Perfect thickness also, so it's quite slim. I think it's 8 or 9 millimeters. What I dislike a tiny bit is the weight. It's really extremely light, especially compared to the Vacheron. But overall, it's really a fun watch, and it goes with all kind of outfits. You can put it on a beige strap. I kept it on the original strap for this video. And then we have the Vacheron here, which is absolutely a stunning watch, especially in the evening hours. I'm recording in the evening hours now, and you can see how this bit of a dull petrol blue, which sometimes you can see on the press photos, is turning into this beautiful dark blue midnight dial, which the color for me is beats an overseas, for example. I love this midnight blue that the watch is turning into in the evening. If I turn it a bit more towards the light, you can see the petrol blue, like you see on the press pictures and some of the videos. But I like it more at night when it turns darker. The lume is really bad, so don't buy this watch for the lume. Get yourself a nice Seiko or a Citizen, or don't go Vacheron Constantin just for the lume. And a watch like this is below the dress cuff most of the day, anyways. I love the case. Case specifically done for this line, so at least we're not copying the same case for all of our models here, unlike Rolex. And the fit is good. It's a bit heftier than the JLC, and I like that it's steel. I have some gold watches, and the gold scratches so easily. Even looking at the watch, you can just see scratches appear out of the blue. So I'm happy that it's a steel watch and not a gold watch. The movement finishing is controversial. It is properly finished, but they don't use all of the tricks that Vacheron uses in general. So there is some hand polishing, and the size of the plates are. We can see that on this crappy phone. Here you can see the side of the plates are polished. Here you can see the flare of the green lamp. So it is a shiny movement, but the movement is too small for the case. You can see how big the gap on the sides is. Should have been at least half a centimeter bigger. There's also some empty spots on the movement, which Vacheron should have filled up with some proper finishing. You can see here that the sides are a bit empty. And sorry for having the watch so dirty. I thought I cleaned it before, but I don't really care that it's not a Vacheron in-house movement. It's a movement from Val Fluet. It's part of the Richemont Group. It's not a Cartier movement. Some people say it's a Cartier movement. It's clearly not the case. It was utilized by Cartier once, but it doesn't make it a Cartier movement. Overall, stunning watch. Tiny bit, maybe a half a millimeter too big. It's 40.5. I would love to see it at 39, 40. But that doesn't spoil the fun. It's a sporty watch. Great for everyday use. The date is a little bit controversial, but I think on this color set of the petrol blue, it matches very well with the sector dial. You have the white ring, and then the matching back color of the date wheel matching the dial color. Which is a good job. I mean, a lot of watch brands are not coloring their date wheels with the dials. Of course, it would have been better without the dates. Putting them together, you can see that the JLC has less hand finishing, less polishing, but it has blued screws and it has a bit more going on inside the movement. The size of the movement is better. It feels the case better. But it's a fun movement. I mean, for the launch price, at least 5,500 euros, it's a great movement into high horology. And there's just a lot going on, so it's fun to look at. Even though the finishing is let's face it, is clearly a step below Vacheron. There's no hand polishing on this movement. It's mainly a machine finish movement. I mean, just look at the dial. You have different applied numerals versus a fully printed dial, different color, different hands, barely functioning loom, brush sides versus polished sides. It's two completely different watches, and all they have in common is that they are sector dials, 3-handers with a date, and they have a pink gold rotor. But that's about it. Is the Vacheron worth 5,000 euros more? Yeah, that is. I'll leave that up to you. You always pay a bit for the branding. If you want that little cross on your watch, the Maltese cross, you need to pay. It's part of the experience of owning a luxury watch. Is also paying the luxury price. The JLC, I think it's pushing the limits in sense of price. It's trading around 7,500 now. Like I said, I think 8,000 is really its limit, and it shouldn't go much higher. Especially because this is really an entry level JLC, which is already priced a bit higher than list. It's 50% above the list price. Same for the Vacheron. I think 13 to 14,000 euros, since it's a Vacheron, is really the limit. And I think maybe with the bracelet, it should be priced, of course, higher, but on the strap, that would be really the limit. Okay, I hope this video was helpful. That's all I wanted to show. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.